our stream should be up any second here. It's really hot. Let's make sure this is on. Brightness. Let's turn it up a little bit just because my eyes are fucked right now. Camera control. Okay, my mic's not down, so sorry about this. There we go. Is it unmuted? Yeah, it is. Okay, 1 sec, I gotta change the game because it didn't change. Oh, no, man, it did. It's super hot in my room, I'm already sweating. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Okay, let's just, start here. Do. Like, that's weird. Oh, it's holding R2 does that. Oh, wait. How do I...
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay. Zooming in, is it just one button? Yeah, I was pressing 2.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I mean, that's kind of fucking cool in its own way, but I don't think I can do it. I mean, maybe. Probably build something like that, but I wouldn't.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
7 years ago. Well, have fun making me pay that, bitches. I mean, for real, though.
Since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh. I feel that, Loki.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Probably a door?
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay. What if I go... I'm guessing right will lead me to the house, left won't. Just because the way it doesn't have like a selected path, I guess. Maybe it... I don't...
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
No, this goes to the house. What does
But
the
now
other
I had
trail
questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Pressing O doesn't do anything. R1, nah. I was gonna see if maybe I could speed up a little bit, but I don't know if I can. I mean, like, this is more of a story game though, but yeah. Honestly, this is just
no one had driven
beautiful.
This way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
This walking is kind of slow. It's like my only complaint. I don't know why tears are coming to my eyes. I thought we'd be able to open this. I guess the trails didn't matter.
Like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
That's the reason we've been dreaming about it, though. Milton Finch.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
I wonder what the key unlocks. That's that's what I say. I mean, look at all these missing posters. It's like weird.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
As you move closer to the door,
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
but something does, I feel like.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Probably. Move it around. This chair is not that comfortable, and I don't have my fan on due to the fact that it'll sound weird on stream. If anybody is watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you enjoy. What's over here?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Can we unlock it?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
7 years ago, I'm guessing you left. Wait, why did you leave though? That's the real question, isn't it?
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Wait, that's a little weird.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Yeah. Which one's Lewis? Oh. How did he die? Okay.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Damn.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Honestly, I don't eat a lot of Chinese. Like I've had, I mean, it's good, but I just haven't.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Still don't know
It
why.
was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
I still don't understand why. What happened to Eddie? Wait, on this picture, does Eddie in like a wheelchair type of thing? Oh. Guessing it's their grandma. I was like, no offense, but I thought I was a dude. I'm sorry. I just, normally. Hey, what?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Great-grandma. Edie, okay. That makes more sense now. I thought it was Eddie. Yo, this place is actually kind of cool inside. Like, from outside, you're like, eh.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
Feels bad.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Oh. Well. Okay. Just tells me, hey, by the way, this house sank. I got a feeling at the end of this game that we're gonna get this house sunk or some shit. Oh, we'll head there in a minute. What's this?
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara.
Hold up. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to go to options. Oh.
Along
Yeah,
with
I
the
just,
house.
I don't know. Just ignore that. On YouTube, probably just gonna get a copyright strike just for that.
A lot of things got left behind in
Which
the
is
whirlwind
dumb,
of that
but
last
whatever.
night.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind that last night.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
What? I mean, how did he? Like, what happened to Milton? I mean, are we gonna figure that out, or? We'll go in the basement
After
later.
Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
All
Then
of
Edie
them?
retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What's that sound? I was going up the stairs. It sounded fucked.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Okay.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Yeah, I get it.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Maybe. Wait. Wait.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh. Okay. Why are we still in oh, I guess
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
Whose room is this? Mine?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
She died in 1947. 1937 to 1947. That's not long at all. Dear Diary, I'll be gone.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
I don't think that's it. The fish? Yes. I'd rather eat the fish than the gerbil. I'm just saying.
I kept eating and eating.
It's probably what she ate. Sorry, but that is probably what she ate.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Wait. What if we don't have to do this and I'm just sitting here going at it? Pumpkin was there before, though.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Damn.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Hey, what?
And suddenly,
Wait, what?
I was a cat.
The fuck?
I
Oh,
tried
we
to be
just moved
quiet, but the
forward.
bird was really scared.
Hey, what?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Okay, then. That's what other characters look like, though. Oh, the garage wasn't built yet.
I jumped and I almost got her.
It's the dream.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Huh?
I gobbled her up.
What?
Suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
I'm so confused. I'm sorry, but like usually, I mean, I was just talking about my age. I don't only when I'm like hungry or whatever. I'm not like I can't. I mean, yeah, that's all I know. But like one day, come on.
Rabbits.
I feel like nah. Oh, rabbits.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Like what?
A mama rabbit.
You know, if you just tell me a mama rabbit all of a sudden, it's not gonna help me.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Hey guys, what are you guys doing? This is kind of fun. This is obviously.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Can you go down? No. Where do I gotta go? Like, I see fish underneath me, but I can't go down. Oh, wrong button. I pressed triangle. I thought I was gonna go down or something. I don't know. I was pressing random buttons.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Oh. If I hold this, will it just keep going? No. There's seals underneath me, though. Like... I don't know if... It's gonna be some random seal all the way up by the top of the water. I'm sorry. I don't think they'll swim all the way up here. Yeah, where's like the I don't know. Wait, did you see that? I was going down. Where did it seal go? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, guys. Whole second. I'm going. It's inverted though when you're in here, and I hate that so much. Or it's not inverted. It's just really hard to know because I keep trying to. It's not really inverted. It's just not natural. That's what it really is. Oh my god! I swear, I'm not gonna ever get this right.
flip it, and it tasted really good.
My head's sweaty AF.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What am I now? Is that a snake? Like what? Or squid?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Just felt like I ate that person.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water,
I didn't eat the last passenger, buddy.
Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
The good smell went into a pipe. Okay, buddy. I don't know if that's a good smell or what. I don't know what you're smelling.
I got closer and closer.
Oh. What? Can we go up? No. Got closer to what though? I'm so confused.
All my stomach started growling.
All of them? What?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
That is the weirdest, like, if I saw that in a dictionary, I don't know what I would think. What? Or in a dictionary, I mean a journal, sorry.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Maybe. Oh, you gotta hold it.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Oh.
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Hold up.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Oh, that dragon out in the front. We'll go see if we can
Even in
look
her
at that later.
90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Built 1937.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
A little forest fire. Big facts, big facts.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Not surprising. Shrine sketches. It's a little weird.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Damn.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Hold it.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Okay.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
That's it? Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Even before Odin. I thought I could open this door or something. Why?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. What's that sound?
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not surprised this place has secret rooms.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Damn. Why can't I get out of the crouch? There we go. I was still underneath it, so. Damn. Can we get over this, or?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Oh. What's this do? Oh, okay. I probably wouldn't have thought about that. It's kind of cool. Wait, I don't want to go that way yet. This house, this room is something. I'm sure.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
15 minutes.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
This is... How are you supposed to do it in a straight line if I'm going in a straight line as best I can?
My brother said he'd die before he...
Oh wait, do you control both legs like this?
And he
oh!
did. At Barbara's funeral, he swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
I probably would have done shit like this.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Whoa, that's so cool. You couldn't slow it down though.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Low-key, that's kind of sick. That's awesome. Effing chat.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Hold up. I'm just checking something. There we go.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Damn.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
It's probably another room here first.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
I mean, the fuck is this? Wait, what's this? Oh, going in. I didn't know if we were closing it or some shit. I was like, what? Can you use the guitar at all? No. The fuck kind of... I just... Nah. Some old ass outfit.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Wait, what? Happy birthday, Barbara. Wait. Your job's increased. That doesn't even say anything for us.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Because...
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
Fuck.
The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Did this
Thanks,
already?
babe. I'll be back in a sec.
But that's a key.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I mean, honestly, that music really is. Oh god, can't wait to upload this on YouTube. Hey, tell me he had a broken leg.
She found Rick's crutch.
That's
and
pretty sad.
imagined the worst.
I would have just kept it locked. I mean,
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
the fuck? Why do I feel like somebody's in here?
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not
Then-
scared, Rick. I'm
There was-
furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up. But if this is a
What
trick,
now?
you're dead, Walter.
This is so weird and awkward, though. That scared me. It's in her room, isn't it?
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
She's so slow.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
I mean, where did he go? There's no way he would have went back towards.
Hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grown.
I mean, where did the guy come from? He came from the right side. There was nothing else there.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Oof. Let me guess, turn this corner, he's gone. I was right.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
I don't believe. Where would he have gone?
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara.
Nobody at the front door, is there? Yeah, there's nobody at the front door.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
What?
Surprise! Bravo, Barbara!
You were wonderful.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen.
Wait, what?
She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's
So she could still be alive.
a real eerie tale.
That was... That's a little weird, buddy.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I don't know about that. But damn. Its own way, it's kind of deep. What if it was true? Like...
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Haha, GG, funny.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Yeah, the one girl that kind of went missing, but she was murdered, I guess. Or something. I'm so confused. Wait, I've been through there, wait, where did I just come from? I think it came from those... Yeah, right there. Let's see what's back here first. I don't
It's
know if I've
funny.
been through here.
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Because... Are we supposed to right away go to the basement because it's all we got up here, or what? think so, but we gotta go upstairs, don't we?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. Well, then I'm guessing the key's in the basement. I mean, one of their, like, brothers or whatever, or their family member went missing, though, right? The Finch, it was the Finch, obviously, but I don't remember his name.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
So dark, though.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Walter disappeared. I'm guessing that's the dude.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Oh.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Yeah, even the constant shaking.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
So.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
2005.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
I don't mind the song that's playing in the background.
Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Just have to be in that mood to listen to it right now.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
Me too, me too.
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
What's down here?
I know it's out there, somewhere.
The monster?
Whatever killed Barbara.
We don't know what killed Barbara.
And Molly.
Or Molly.
And Calvin.
And whoever Calvin is, we haven't even been through him yet.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Just hammered down the wall.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh. Damn. I was gonna make a joke, like imagine if a train starts coming and
I can't believe my mom never
happened.
told me he was down here.
It's sad.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Slower going down.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Hey, what? Wait, I was holding... When I was playing as the other character, right? Okay, well now it works. That was weird.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two.
Yeah, maybe two. So just
one or two more. I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Hold up. There we go.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
What's in here? Nothing.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
I can't get in there. There we go.
think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
I guess that's true.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edith who designed the cemetery.
Molly, Finch, Calvin, Sven, Eddie, Walter. Walter is the one that could still be alive, though. But we don't actually know.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past
Or was
never
it
went
Walter?
away.
Sorry, it might be somebody else.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
I feel like we can go in there. Probably not, but I don't know.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
We just gotta keep moving up.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
I mean, I'm 17 and I kind of like already want to do that.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Wait, what? Oh, wait. Let me guess. Oh, I thought it was gonna break. It's gonna be like, bruh. She's 22 weeks pregnant.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Wait, is there anything up here before I open that? No.
They were both pretty intense.
I'll open that in a sec. Let's explore the rest of the bedroom before I do anything. Okay, now open that. This will probably like to show me some secret or something. Hey, what?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
I don't know if I'm supposed to take a picture or
should not
something.
have drunk all that coffee.
It's not a very good picture. I don't know what we're supposed to take a picture of this, so... Oh.
Aw.
Oh, okay. That's it. Anything on this side?
Nothing quite like being outside.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely will. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish. How to build a fire.
Oh wait, there's a fish. There's a...
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
I wish I could have got...
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, man. Wait. I don't know, I was playing. Well...
Sorry, Don, just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oof.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
So far.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to like jump like that? I'm so confused. I'm so confused what I just did there. Oh. Wait.
Send it over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I can't open it.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. I know you did everything you could.
Wait, what?
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
You can't turn it off.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
It's pretty fucked up.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Oh. Damn, bro. That's fucked. I'll do it in a second. That's straight.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
I'll look at that in a sec. I'll go that way in a minute. Almanac.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
I don't know.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Boom. So confused what we're supposed to do here. Oh, it is the words, obviously. But what it is supposed to do.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Or around it. Is there anything on the right side?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
I'm so confused what I'm supposed to do. Okay, it goes either way. Oh, I get it.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder. I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Shit. That's fucked. That's
She never
street
talked
fucked.
about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Almanac. There we go. Damn, bro.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. Lewis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Damn.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
But she has a third kid, doesn't she?
But it didn't last.
She's supposed to, anyway.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
I will go up that later. He's still missing. He's still missing, though.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Sorry guys, I was just texting back.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Okay, I'm just typing it. Okay.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
He doesn't have a TV, which feels bad. Oh, there it is. Computer, anyway.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh wait, where am I supposed to put it?
He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
So hard to do.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery.
I'm heading to this way.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
I mean, it's not hard.
Like a whole new Lewis.
Can I just do the same thing over?
So I let him go on.
It's not horrible.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him.
What struck?
That all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Me too, me too.
New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Probably.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Not his fault.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen.
Why? Okay, I'm not even gonna question it.
The queen was on her own quest for
I don't know what to pick. I'm just going to the right every time.
He followed the sound of her electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
What a conqueror.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Damn.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Oh.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
I can't do anything. Maybe if we go this way. Or up.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. bend down his head.
I know what this is. I'm just gonna sit here and know what's happening.
And the rest I think you know.
Yes.
Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Damn.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
They have Milton drawn in here, but we don't actually know if he's dead or not.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Yeah, I feel it.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Yeah, me too.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Damn.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith wouldn't have been able to get up here, I feel like. No offense. No offense, but she was old, I mean. It's just different.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Man.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Damn.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know,
It'd be pretty
I've
cool,
seen
actually.
that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
There was red by the house, though, and I'm pretty sure going straight this way is where to go.
I got turned around.
How?
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
I mean, that could have been real. I don't know, but it could have been.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Sorry guys, my watch is going off.
Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
It took a long ass time for my watch to go off by itself.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while.
And got worse again.
And then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Yeah, me too.
The last Finch left alive.
As we know, technically, there's two, but we don't know for sure. But
until I found out about you.
Wait, what?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
So she already found him?
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things.
It's her brother that...
But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
I don't even know. I'm sorry for moving around.
Appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Hard to, like, not feel cold all the time.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you.
I'm so confused.
And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh. Oh. Damn. Well. That was good. Well, that's the end of the game. But anybody that watches on YouTube, thank you. Anybody that's watching on Twitch, thank you. That was a good game. It wasn't long or anything. It wasn't like, you know, like The Last of Us or something, shit like that. But I mean, for telling a story, it's like, in a way, reading a book, but like, you're more playing it than anything. Yeah. But I don't know, I low-key felt like some of the shit, like some of the stories, like in different ways or something. But it's actually really good. I do recommend it. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say. Yeah. I really don't like how that's the end there right there though, you know? Well, like I said, have a good night. I'm gonna end stream, and if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And yeah, peace.